Another pipe bomb is under investigation this morning, this one at a New York home in the Tribeca neighborhood. The most recent one was sent to actor Robert De Niro. Now, if you recall, De Niro made offensive comments about President Trump earlier this year. Here's a live look right now as authorities investigate the pipe bomb. It's just one in a series of pipe bombs that have been sent to prominent Democrats, including Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama. One device intended for former CIA Director John Brennan was found at CNN's New York offices. None of the bombs exploded. President Trump has condemned the attacks and promised a full investigation. And the FDA has approved the first new drug to treat the flu in nearly 20 years. Zofluza is a single-dose drug designed for patients 12 and older to take within the first 48 hours of typical flu symptoms. But health officials say the best protection against the flu is getting your flu shot before the end of this month. An investigation by the Billings Police Department is underway to determine what caused a driver to strike and kill a state construction worker. The fatal accident happened Wednesday afternoon at the South Billings Boulevard off-ramp. Road workers were doing maintenance there, but the off-ramp was not completely closed. Billings Police Lieutenant Brandon Woolley says a Big Sky Steel flatbed truck driven by a 28-year-old man entered the construction zone and struck the 52-year-old Montana Department of Transportation worker. The off-ramp was still closed into the early morning hours today as investigators processed the scene. Several other vehicles were also involved, backing up traffic on the interstate for hours. Woolley reminds motorists to slow down and watch for construction workers when passing through construction zones. A Wyoming man accused of stealing cars, holding several Billings residents at gunpoint, and shooting at officers during a high-speed chase with police pleads not guilty for his crimes. 41-year-old Ryan McElmurray now faces 16 felony charges, up from 12 when he was arrested last month. He made his not guilty plea Wednesday morning in Yellowstone County District Court. McElmurray was booked into jail on September 25th after police say he led them on a 50-minute chase through Billings, leaving behind a path of destruction that included 10 crime scenes, 5 stolen vehicles, and multiple people threatened at gunpoint. McElmurray's charges include burglary, armed robbery, vehicle theft, and fleeing police pursuit. His bail remains at $1 million. Montanans have some important decisions to make come Election Day, but not all of them involve politicians. Q2's Russ Riesinger tells us what voters are thinking when it comes to Initiatives 185 and 186 in the MTN MSU poll.
When it comes to the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House race, most of the 2,000 voters we polled had already made up their minds. But voters aren't nearly as certain when it comes to the two initiatives on the ballot.
Despite Big Tobacco spending more than $17 million to try and influence Montana voters,
185 is a massive new tax increase that deceptively claims to fund Medicaid expansion.
Our MTN MSU poll shows more people in favor of raising tobacco taxes to continue funding Medicaid expansion than against, but just barely. It's a toss-up with 41.4% in favor of I-185 and 40.8% against. 17.3% don't know, and what they decide will make the difference.
You have to realize most people, if you don't know, either you're not going to vote at all, or you're going to vote the default position, which is no, right? You don't want to change the law. So this tight race for 185 is probably to benefit for the opponents of 185 rather than the proponents of 185.
The other initiative, 186, which would require permits for new hard rock mines in the state to be denied unless strict environmental requirements are met, appears to have a better chance of passing. 50.6% support the initiative, 28.6% oppose it, but there's still the unknown of those who don't know, 19.8%, and that could make it much closer than it appears.
It sounds like a good issue. Like, we want to hold mines accountable. We want to have clean water. So I think this one has a better chance of passing, but it's ultra tight. I actually think when you take the don't knows into account, this is probably too close to call.
So those don't knows, the people who have not yet made up their minds, could very well decide what happens with these two initiatives on Election Day when they do finally make up their minds.
Our poll also asked voters to weigh in on the $6 million levy to help fund the Montana university system. Almost 54% of voters polled say they support it. Only 22% were against it, and about the same number said they were undecided. The MTM MSU poll has a margin of error of plus or minus 2.5%. State Auditor and Republican Senate candidate Matt Rosendale made sure he got his ballot in early. Rosendale cast his ballot Wednesday in his hometown of Glendive. The Senate race between Tester and Rosendale has been hard fought to this point. Our MTM MSU poll of more than 2,000 registered voters shows Tester with a razor-thin 3-point lead on Rosendale. Meanwhile, the Republican National Committee is apologizing for a Montana absentee ballot mailer sent out last week. That mailer included incorrect election information. In a statement to MTN on Wednesday, RNC spokesperson Mickey Carver said, quote, "We regret the unintentional error in our recent mailing. We're contacting all voters who received the mailing through live phone calls starting today, and we're sending new mailers to each voter providing clarification." From our roads, construction on Zimmerman Trail in Billings is on track to wrap up by mid-November. The popular shortcut road to the Rims has been closed since July when work began. The project includes a pedestrian tunnel and roundabout at Montana Highway 3 and Zimmerman Trail. Workers are also widening the road, updating the guardrails and signs.
Everything that MDT does is based around safety, and so first and foremost, it's going to be safer. We know what the accident rates are up here, and so we're looking for a reduction in accidents and a reduction in particularly T-bone and head-on accidents. And then I think it's going to move traffic better. There's a lot of traffic coming down this road, and Billings is only getting bigger, and so ultimately it'll be a better movement for traffic through that roundabout.
Also, the temporary light at 27th and Rimrock will be removed once construction is complete. The project's total cost is $8.7 million. In other news, despite a fractured foot, Rod Stewart's first Montana concert is a go Friday night. The legendary artist had to cancel his show in Boise, Idaho Wednesday night due to the fracture, causing concern for concert goers here in Billings. His concert was originally scheduled for April but was postponed due to an illness. Metro Park confirmed Wednesday with those few extra days of rest, Friday's show will go on.
Rod Stewart's show in Boise did cancel, but the reason behind that was his ankle. And he got up, decided that he had some issues, that if he played Boise, he would have to cancel Billings. In the idea that he had never played Montana before, really played into this.
Tickets are still available for Friday's concert. The show starts at 7:30. Elsewhere, you only have 2 days left to buy a raffle ticket to help out local schools and put your name in the running for a 2018 Chevy Equinox. Denny Menholt donated the SUV, which will be raffled off this Friday, the 26th, at the halftime during the Senior West football game. 40% of ticket sales go to the Education Foundation and 60% benefits schools and projects. Tickets cost $10 a piece. You can visit the Education Foundation's website to find out where you can buy a ticket. And we're just 1 day away from our annual Breast Cancer Survivors Breakfast right here on Montana This Morning. It was all hands on deck Wednesday in the Q2 studios as staff members prepared gifts for breakfast attendees. Again, this year's generous gifts come from Diane Bertrand, who is a survivor herself. Diane collects items throughout the year and donates them to our event so the survivors can win door prizes throughout the morning. The breakfast starts at 6 and goes till 7. All breast cancer survivors and caregivers are invited to join us. We'll also have other prizes from local businesses, and Bernie's Diner is providing breakfast. And Ed, I hear they're even bringing some of their banana bread French toast.
That's
you
good
are
stuff.
not allowed to it.
I know.
Hands off, Ed. But it was so nice to see this video. This all took place in the afternoon, and it just really shows that this Survivors Breakfast is a station-wide effort. You know, even though it happens during the morning show, everyone jumps in and helps out where help is needed to make it run smoothly and make sure the ladies have a great time.